I'm transforming my Steam Deck into the ultimate gaming machine. But I need to preface this right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm getting emulators to play delisted games. I'm downloading launchers to play every other PC game I have that's not on Steam, so I can enjoy all the gaming I want from the palm of my hand. But why am I doing this, you may ask? I'm going out of town for a week. I'm only bringing my Steam Deck, and I can't be bored on a flight. I need a game, damn it! And I'm gonna be mogging the out of my Steam Deck for completely free. For the most part. But first, we gotta start with the most important mod for Steam Deck. Yeah! It's just a screen protector. So now that we have the screen protector on, we gotta load Emulators on this bad boy. Emulators is a homebrew launcher to customize your experience on the Steam Deck. I added a bunch of stuff to this, and honestly, most of them, I don't even know what they do. But the main ones I got are like Vibrant Deck. This turns my LCD Steam Deck into a beaut. Proton DB badges. This is like a community thing where actual gamers on Steam Deck rank how well these games play on the deck. You may see a game that's unsupported, but according to Proton DB badges, it runs great. But I gotta admit, some of these I definitely question. But probably the most critical thing I downloaded from Emulators was EmuDeck. EmuDeck is the most popular method of getting your emulators and your ROMs on the Steam Deck, and that's exactly where I'm starting. So on Emulators, I think this is more of a support tool. It's not actually EmuDeck, so I have to download that. All right, I'm gonna download some emulators right now. I've only really done this like 3 times and then I just delete them. I'm too nervous of Big Studio finding me.
Ooh, he's downloading a game we haven't sold for 20 years, Nuke his house!
But that, they can't track me on a handheld. And one other place you can't be tracked is down below in my free Discord server. I at least hope. When I rebooted this channel a couple years ago, all I wanted to do was just build a community of loyal gamers who look out for one another, and this is that. We recommend movies, games of course, music, we talk and we have memes that are edgier than your favorite video game from 2004. And I also like to notify you guys when games that I've played that I really enjoyed go on sale, so that you can play it too. This is also the best way to interact with me and see whenever I post new videos. I've literally prayed to God for this for 5 years at this point. I am absolutely thrilled over where this community's gone. Like I said, free down in the description box below and in the pinned comment. Oh my God, EmuDeck is downloading all of these emulators for 360, PS2. This is incredible. I'm only downloading ROMs of games that I currently own or used to own, and I'm only downloading emulators of consoles I own or used to own. I've given these studios my money. Unless you already own the games, I do not condone downloading ROMs for new releases or especially indie games. But if you just blanket statement that emulation is immoral and bad, you're retarded. Anyway, this is weird. It looks like I need a micro SD card. I'm just gonna get it. I might download a bunch of ROMs at some point. I don't really wanna bog down my Steam Deck's internal storage for them. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, gonna get this micro SD card in my Steam Deck. You know, I'm just gonna check out what ROMs I'm gonna get too. I'm not gonna show you where to get these things. There's so many resources online. You can figure it out yourself. I'm pretty sure it's also illegal if I tell you where to get them. But I am actually curious, what emulators do you guys have? I did SNES Turtles in Time because you couldn't download it back then. Had PS2 Spider-Man 2, and then I also did Deadpool for the 360, and that just didn't work at all. So now that you get the whole picture, I hope you could see why I'm just a little skeptical about doing this. All right, I got my ROMs downloaded and nothing. So I've now done this like way too many times, and every time I boot up EmuDeck, it takes me back to this same initial download screen. I guess I don't have the BIOS for these systems when like, wasn't that the point of EmuDeck, to give you all that in one? Whatever. All right, I got the BIOSes that I needed to get downloaded. This has to work now. Fuck! Oh my God, this is so irritating. All I want is some delisted PS2 and 360 games. That's it. So now they finally work when I access them through the emulator and not EmuDeck. And also when you do this, you're probably gonna have to remap your entire controller. Some buttons are doubled up. It's a little wonky, but once you get this running, This feels great, but I find this just a lot cleaner and easier to just boot this up straight from the desktop. But I actually found out when I downloaded EmuDeck, it gave me Emulation Station, so it just lets me cycle through all of this. This is great. This is all I need. Probably gonna hide the other ones or uninstall them or something. Okay, so I learned that 360 emulation is trash on the Steam Deck. I thought it was just Xenia, so I downloaded RPC S3 and it ran just the same. How can my deck run newer games pretty well, mind you, but not emulate a game from 2009? Whatever. Okay, so emulators are great and all, and I bet my fellow PC gaming elitists out there have a handful of games on PC that just aren't on Steam, right? I know I do. GOG, Epic Game Store, Ubisoft Connect. I get a ton of my games from GOG and Epic Game Store through Amazon Prime Gaming because they always do a month of free games, and they're actually really good games. And because I don't really have time to just boot up my computer to play a game, I'm playing mainly on my Steam Deck, I thought these libraries would just fill up and never be played. And based off my experience with EmuDeck, I thought that getting GOG and Epic would be a trial through hellfire. This shit is easier than your mom, dude. And it's all because of the heroic game launcher. So I am aware I can download GOG and Epic games onto my Steam Deck, but I gotta pay $6 for this, and I'm trying not to spend any money for this video. I heard this is the best way to go about it, but Heroic works perfectly fine for me. Heroic connects your accounts with GOG, Epic Games, and not Ubisoft, GOG, Epic Games, and Amazon Prime Gaming into one big fat launcher, and this is gorgeous. I have so many games on these launchers that I can finally play. The Saboteur, Fall Guys, Midnight Fight Express, Spec Ops The Line. Okay, so a few issues here. In the Saboteur, every time I hit the trigger buttons, it moves the camera in the direction of which trigger I'm hitting, and this makes gameplay a utter disgrace. Fall Guys doesn't even recognize the Steam Deck's like controller as a controller. No way. Dude, it works now. This is sick. Midnight Fight Express is the first game that runs flawlessly on Heroic for some reason. I don't know why I'm annoyed by that. And Spec Ops The Line just won't boot up. Ugh. I gotta go through the depths of hell to find the answers to my problems, don't I? What a treacherous journey that was. But you know what? I think I made it out okay. For the Saboteur, I had to find the input templates, which, oh my God, this was so hard to find. And I couldn't just like search this in, no. I had to manually scroll through this one by one. This was so tedious, bro. But once I was in there, I scrolled all the way to the bottom, found other gamepad and deleted everything, and now this works flawlessly. And Spec Ops The Line, this just wouldn't boot up at first, so I had to uninstall it. I don't know if it's because I with the wine or the Proton settings, but a couple days later, I reinstalled it, and this runs more smooth than a freshly shaved leg. I had Ubisoft Connect before, but I think I uninstalled it, so I had to redo it over again. And I had to download Immortals Phoenix Rising, dude. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played, and now I get to play it on the Steam Deck because I played this on the Switch, and this runs a lot better on the deck than it does on the Switch. And I had to drop these settings lower than your mom's standards, but on a screen this small, no one's gonna tell. Dude, I did it. I made my Steam Deck the ultimate gaming machine. But there's still one more thing I need to do to make this peak gaming. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like it if you did, subscribe, hit the bell so that way you know whenever I post new videos. Please join the Discord for free down below. And if you want to know how I did all of these things on my Steam Deck, I have the links to whatever helped me the most down below. Praise God, stay blessed. I love you guys.